Hello, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Noki, and you're here once again for the news with Noki on Noki Talks. Today, I would like to begin by talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield, where just a few days ago we got the reveal of the brand new evolution to Sirfetch'd by the name of Sirfetch'd. And before this Pokemon was unveiled, there was a glitch that was put on the website that divulged some information about it, but didn't give away exactly who this Pokemon was, which led to a lot of speculation leading up to its reveal as to who it could potentially be. And one of the areas that I was most confused about was this Pokemon's overall weight. And originally I had said that if this Pokemon was going to be Sirfetch'd, then they would have to come up with some good explanation as to where all that excessive weight came from. And for right now, we're all led to believe that all of this weight is made up of the Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is made by the leak that it carries around. Which, I mean, there have been stranger explanations for things in the Pokemon world before, so indeed, at the end of the day, if this is exactly the explanation that's given, I'll definitely accept it. However, it still doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion, considering that the leak itself does not look to be that large overall. But moving on from that, I recently watched a brand new video from Hoops and Hip Hop, which is another YouTuber that I would definitely suggest you check out if you haven't already. In that video, he broke down what all his speculations were as to what the potential Shield version exclusive Pokemon could be that matches Sirfetch'd. And honestly, it was one of the suggestions on his list that really had me thinking, and I think could potentially be what we end up seeing in these games. And that is that the Shield version exclusive that comes out to match Sirfetch'd could very well be a female variation of Farfetch'd, just like its original evolution was always intended to be in Generation 2, with the name of Madame or Madame Fetch'd or something along those lines. And quite honestly, if that would be the case, I think that would be probably the best overall choice that Game Freak could make. I mean, really, when you break it down, there aren't really a lot of other candidates that could really fill that position anyway, so this would be a really cool scheme if they added it into the games. And also in regards to Pokemon Sword and Shield, there were potentially massive leaks that came out from an official website that was put up by the Pokemon Company. This new website allows you to upload your very own photos to have Dynamaxed Pokemon put into them digitally. And as you can see, this is a really cool thing that the Pokemon Company is doing for the fans to continue this immersive experience that they've been bringing us with the reveal of these games. However, after digging a little deeper into the source material, some people were able to uncover that the way that the photographs of the Pokemon are actually labeled literally gives away and indicates where they are in their evolutionary stages, which actually has really massive implications for a few of these Pokemon that we already know of. I mean, from this information, we can now actually conclude that there will be evolutions for Yamper, Roly-Coly, Wooloo, and of course the starter evolutions as well, while also indicating that there will be pre-evolutions for Pokemon like Corviknight, and possibly even Alcremie and Poltegeist. And we can also ascertain from the labels that were given to the starter Pokemon a general sense of what their final stage of evolution will be, for the fact that Grookey is labeled Gorilla number 1, Sobble is listed as Chameleon number 1, and Scorbunny is labeled as Usagi number 1, which also means rabbit or hare in Japanese. Which is all really interesting, and I cannot wait to see what the evolution of all of these Pokemon look like. Up next, I absolutely have to talk about Link's Awakening, which, as many of you know, came out yesterday, Friday, September 20th. A traditional dungeon-slashing, puzzle-solving, straightforward Zelda experience with all of the fun additives and quirks of this interesting and strange new land. I'd say this game hits its mark perfectly. Now, I never had the opportunity to play the original way back in the Game Boy days, though from the looks of it, this new iteration of the game does include some fun new features, freshened graphics, and a wicked amazing soundtrack, as many of the Zelda games really have been including since, well, I guess basically the dawn of time, but they just seem to be getting better and better. From my different experiences playing it on my large television screen, to my computer monitor here, and even in handheld mode, I'd say probably the best way that I've played it thus far for the best overall graphical quality and really the best experience in general was playing it here on my computer monitor where I plugged directly into the HDMI port. Now, not only is this because I think overall my computer monitor probably has the best overall quality of those three that I just listed, but it also was just the perfect size screen to make sure all of the assets that were on the screen turned out perfect in nature, really sharp graphical quality. I didn't have any problems at all running the game. Though I did see that some people on YouTube were experiencing some lag or some frame dropping issues in the game. I have not experienced this problem yet, though I'll definitely keep an eye out for it. As of right now, I've had nothing but a positive experience from playing the game. And it's probably safe to say at this point, this game is also probably ranking among the top favorite games that my children now have access to. They actually were the first ones that got the chance to play it, and they absolutely fell in love. I was pretty jealous of them because they played it for a couple of hours before I ever had the chance to actually get my hands on it. Along with the release of Link's Awakening, there was also the release of the brand new Switch console, the Nintendo Switch Lite. And from the sounds of it, it looks like everybody's expectations were either met or far superseded, especially in the way that the console feels in your hands, and the overall design and how sharp the color scheme looks. And I'll be very excited when I'm finally able to pick up the Sword and Shield exclusive version for my wife for winter solstice. But that's gonna wrap it up for me today, guys. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below what your favorite story of the day was. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Professor Noki, signing out once again for Noki Talks.